A vegan food truck?
No, a store, a shop where you buy vegan food in the hospital.
Dishes?
Yeah, I didn't want that.
So there was a place where you could buy vegan dishes. Does that surprise you?
No,
You know how many people are turning away from meat?
not that up there deal.
Oh, what?
Guilty.
Oh, wait.
I don't know.
Right. Meat. Does your
My secret trick.
what meat does your animal eat? You don't see cows eating meat, do you?
Could be eat
You don't
great.
see pigs eating meat.
What the hell are you talking about?
You don't see your meat eating
I'm going to
meat.
norm my butter.
That doesn't mean they don't eat meat though.
Cows eat grass.
So you think a cow eat a piece of meat?
Cows
I
eat
think a
grass.
cow eat what?
I said, do you think a cow?
What
eat a
up,
piece of
y'all?
meat?
Do I think a cow do what? Oh, Keisha. See, you proved your he behind you. He screamed, ow.
Really? Seriously, Dwayne?
He fell out like you. You gave him the worst gas fart in the world.
But the thing about it, Mama, you was in the green area. My area
Anyway,
was
now what was you saying, Dwayne?
Talking about cows and shit.
What crazy shit? What up, vibing with NJ? What up, Melissa?
Hey, vibing with NJ. Hey, Melissa, how y'all doing?
Just dropping by to say I'm off to bed. Say hello. Oh, well, hello, Melissa. You have a good night as well. Thanks for stopping
Good night,
by.
chick. Thank
You
for
be
coming
blessed. Stay safe out there. And thank you. Vibing with NJ say, hey, Keisha.
I was watching your video today. That was your daughter's first time driving?
Hey, you back to what you was asking me about my meat eat meat. Do my meat eat meat?
No.
When Dad said more people got.
You do know chickens are cannibals.
Yeah, I know chicken cannibal, but I'm talking about others besides the chicken.
If you feed it to them, they'll eat it. Who the fuck is gonna just give them a piece of meat? They're gonna put it in their grain. It ain't gonna be no fucking steak. It ain't gonna be no fucking chicken leg.
Walk up to him and he just laid me up. What no piece?
What up, Denise? How you doing? Wow. Ooh. This this boy, does your meat eat meat?
Thanks, lad.
Well, it depends on what meat you're talking about.
Nah.
Pass me what?
That person. Oh, you can put it right there.
Or you could just walk your ass around here and get it.
I don't want to get you infected though.
Infected with what? A cold? How you think you got it?
Yeah, but when you
I'm finally catching back at you.
if you think about it, Alonzo gave no.
I gave it to Alonzo.
Good Lord,
Alonzo gave it to me.
you gave it to Alonzo. I ain't get nobody shit.
Which made him.
How you think Alonzo got it from me?
Must have just passed some food.
Yes.
Keisha ragged up playing with her new wig.
What's that?
I don't know if that would get natural. I'll play with you.
You hollering at your brush. I could have put my ass on it.
Oh my God. Why?
Because it was in my chair.
No.
If your brush is in my chair and I decide not to move it and put my ass on it, you get what you get.
This is one. Hey, what's that? Supposed to work for my birthday.
I've been up in here for an hour.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like,
You could have thought about that instead of stuffing your mouth.
you know, I couldn't have thought about that.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the one you had me get for my birthday, but I didn't wear it.
That one is nice. No, so nobody see that yet?
No. This one I'm doing tomorrow.
That one is nice. But it don't beat Bam Bam.
Shut up, bitch.
uh,
That's my new nickname. When I start wearing makeup, I'm going to transform from Keish to BBK. Bam Bam Keish. Yes.
okay, that's all nice and dandy. But you got to say that over here.
Oh, my God. Y'all go watch the Keish.
Yeah, I'm cool. And I'm going to tell you how I got cool tonight. No word of lie. We sitting up there and we like, damn, it's hot up in here. Oh, what up, Victoria?
Nice. Hey, Victoria.
We
Nice.
earlier we was sitting up in here. Damn, it's fucking hot up in here. What the hell going on?
Everybody go out.
You know, it was warm, but really, yeah, it was hot. And you know what was going on? Some slick motherfucker had to cut the air off. It was like 80-something degrees in here.
Maybe there's somebody that had got cold and had just cut it off when he came home.
John Curtis.
It was cold. So
John Curtis probably did that stuff.
Keisha did that shit.
Why I do that, babe?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I did not do that.
That's some dirty shit.
I didn't do that.
That was my mama there.
I did not do that. Y'all have to.
Man, my arm hurt like a motherfucker. So when we was like, damn, it's hot like a motherfucker in here.
I didn't say nothing don't mean I did that. I just wasn't trying to.
I had Terrell go over there and the motherfucker was off.
I just didn't feel like joining the conversation.
We was like, no wonder it's so fucking hot. I don't even know why she did that. I already had my heat on because it was cold up in here.
Yeah, it was cold up here. That's why I ain't have my pant under no face.
It was cold up in here. So she cut it off when she came home.
Get out of my face, bro.
It must have been hot as shit outside then.
It was hot.
But it couldn't have been too hot if you cut the air off. Unless your body had got used to you sitting outside.
Get out of my face, man.
No, it's not. Every time I go to the doctor, I ask them to check me for anemia and whatnot.
I'm the one that has
and
anemia.
I looked at my blood numbers. My blood numbers are good. I don't have anemia. And I don't know what it is.
I'm the anemic one.
But like I say, growing up and even as an adult in New Orleans.
I'm going.
What up, Sabrice?
Hey, Sabrice.
My grandmother wouldn't cut that air on till she saw Satan kicking his feet in her living room and shit. So in New Orleans, it'll be about 100 degrees and humid. And that's when my grandma won't cut her air on. And sometimes she wouldn't even cut it on. She mess around and put on that ceiling fan, put on that box window, and then put the 20-inch fan on her. Like, wow. You just gonna make everybody else suffer?
Yeah.
And like I was telling Keisha, my parents, when they did cut the air on, it would be on 80, maybe 78, but it wouldn't be low like this. And then when I was even in New Orleans, and that's part of the things, one of the things I do not miss about New Orleans at all, is that a lot of the houses, being as though they're so old, you have to have window units. You know, like people wasn't paying to put in no central air and shit like that. So when you rent something in New Orleans, most of them come with window units. Or you gotta have your own window unit. And I don't miss a window unit at all. It's cheaper. You talking about the window units? Yeah, hell yeah, it's cheaper. Considering the condenser is something like $3,000. Hell yeah, window unit cheaper. Shit. And if I'm a cheap enough landlord, I could fucking even put 5 ACs in there and not spend $1,000. And so that's how it was. And like I said, them window units didn't always do the job. Like if you had a window unit to do the job, like you was paying $300 up for a good enough window unit to fuck with the New Orleans temps. I keep injuring myself, and I could wait, but damn, it's taking a long time. I got a doctor's appointment on the 18th, which is about 2 weeks away. And what up, Joseph? How you been? And I'm hanging in. I'm hanging on. I have an appointment on the 18th, and I have another one on the 20-something, and I have another one on the 28th and the 30th, or some shit. But right, miss you too. It's been a minute. I do too. But wow. So where you at? They want $10,000 to put in central air and heat. Oh, thanks, Joseph. Oh, I'm always. Every day I wake up is a blessing to me. And wow. Well, I only said that because about the cost of the condenser, because my dad and his brothers put central air and heat in my grandmother's house back in maybe 2002, maybe. But being as though that was my uncle's business, they the condenser was 3,000. The condenser that they brought to cool the house, which was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll say it was a 4-bedroom. And they didn't even put the air in the quote unquote den room, which would be the guest room. And it cost them 3,000 for the condenser. And that was with my uncle's buying multiple units at a time price. But it also was a big condenser. But yeah, it costs to put in AC. Then depending on how they run it, like if you got the room and you'll add it, or if they have to go under the house to put it in, yeah, it costs. You know, that was one of the weirdest things to me I had ever seen because that's how I kind of knew they added it in, and the person whose house it was really didn't have the time to let them in the house like that. And I lived in Gentilly, and the AC vents ran up from the floor. And I thought that was just some odd shit, considering all the shit that could happen to your piping and shit under the house. You know, stray animals or rats or possums or some shit like that, dogs. And it was high, you know. And they ran it under the house. I'm moving like that because, like I told y'all, I ain't tell y'all what I found out. But they took some x-rays like last month, and I was wondering, you know, like, oh wow, your house sits on a slab, so they got to go through your attic regardless. And that's the thing I don't like about this house. You could tell them putting in AC was kind of like an afterthought type shit to me. At least that's the way I see it, because like in our bedroom, the only place you can put the bed at, the AC blows directly on there. And some people might like that or whatnot, but I don't. And then it's like at the foot of the bed. So I'm like, who the fuck you think want cold feet all night? And it's like they just put it in a centralized area and whatnot. It's getting to be like that everywhere, Joseph. You're paying a high fee for a small place. Because I was just talking to my cousin about that. Because that's part of what's holding us up on moving. Uh, in the past 2 years or so, for sure, rent has gone up considerably. And a lot of people are not renting, they're buying these houses now. So it's hard to find a rental. And then Keisha refused to move to the country. Like, I kid you not, no word of lie. I am tired of Dallas. You know, I've had enough of Dallas. And Keisha's like, well, we can never move because of Lonzo. I do want to move to the country. Your neighbor's not on top of you like that. Uh, you have open space. This bitch what evs me. You're what evs. That's everywhere, though. It's expensive everywhere. And I was telling her I would like to be like in the country. Because even though I don't know if they was trying to take that out of us, being country kids or whatever, but I feel like if that's what y'all wanted to do, why would y'all send us to the country every summer? I really wanted to move to Galveston. Because like I was telling Keisha, I moved to Galveston, I can do all the things I used to do at home, but I can also catch them hurricanes like at home too. And I don't miss them hurricanes like that. Excuse me. I don't, well, in a way I do. I miss hearing the wind and the rain and all that. But when a real motherfucker coming through, I don't miss that at all. Like, I'm used to living through a category 3 or a category 4, or it being a 4 and it slow down to a 3 when it hit the coast. But all the flooding and shit New Orleans experiences still, I'm good. Keep my cousin and my sister keep on with their jokes while I move back home. And I don't feel like that's an option for me. What up, Miss Boosie? Because me moving back home puts me back in the boat of being around the people I live out here to avoid, and like, don't put me in your shits. And that's what'll happen if I move back home. Everybody won't make me the peacemaker. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want that rule. You can have it. You want to be peacemaker? You won't be able to stop it in. Hey, everybody, just chill. I ain't got time for that. Nobody wants to listen to that. Everybody always want to fuss and fight. I don't have time for that. And as I was saying, they took an X-ray in July, and I never really. Hey, something going on back there. What is that? You don't hear all that noise back there? I guess you don't. What's all that noise back there? That's you?
I know it wasn't me. Me didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing there. I'm sorry. No! Not this. Where my belt at?
I beat that out you.
Exactly. No,
I will beat your ass again.
I ain't talking like that no more.
You just did.
Me? Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's how you play with the motherfuckers at work? I gotta come to your job?
Nah, you ain't gotta do that.
Cause that me shit. Oh, congratulations, Joseph and your partner. How I'm feeling. Today not a good day, though. because I woke up. Look, let me tell you about the X-ray first. They took an X-ray. Oh wow! Congratulations. That's a long time. Mm. Uh, they took the X-ray because I was having pain in my shoulder. So I was I was looking at thank you, Joseph. So I said, let me go ahead on and read what they determined and whatever. So I read it and shit, and I was like, and this bitch was putting me through all that pain and shit. And from all these years, she said she's been an X-ray tech for like 15 years. So she knew what was going on without doing the X-ray. And this bitch still put me through all that fucking pain and shit. And I tore my rotator cuff. It's not a bad tear, but it's torn. And that's why my fucking arm is like it is. It's in pain and all that good shit. And so I'm supposed to be going to therapy for that later this month. It was quicker than Keisha getting her therapy though. And well, I don't know if any of you have ever torn a rotator cuff or whatever, or just know the fucking pain associated with it. But when you tear your rotator cuff, you can't do shit that you used to do because it's real painful. And so I sleep with my arm like balled up to my chest. And well, last night that didn't work for me. And when I woke up, now my wrist, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna really fuck myself off before this appointment. I think the steroids is what got me fucked up like this because I was reading one of the, they send you them little pamphlets and shit with your medicine and shit. And what I found about, thank you, but what I found out about prednisone is that it can tear up, it can fuck with your tendons and your joints. And when I found that out, I was like, and they giving me this shit? Like, you bitches couldn't have found another alternative? No, everybody wants to go with what's easiest, quickest, and reliable. But I didn't know prednisone and shit fucked with your tendons and your whatever. And the last time that I was on prednisone, they had me on a pretty high fucking dose before they started backing me down. Like, I was on, no joke, joint pain ain't no joke. And but I had already messed my wrist up years ago and shit. I was a cashier for a long time. I used to do a lot of fucked up, repetitive shit with my and playing a video game all them years and shit like that. And so I didn't need no help with my wrist being fucked off. Like I have carpal tunnel, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Right. I just said that before it popped up. I have carpal tunnel. And sometimes, I haven't had to deal with this in years, but it's back now because of the way I slept last night. And this shit hurts. Um, I know you don't take Tylenol for it, you take NSAIDs, but whenever I'm in the hospital or whatnot, they don't give me ibuprofen or nothing like that. If they give me shit for pain, they give me Tramadols or Tylenol. So I took the Tylenols. That shit didn't work. So I don't want to come across like no damn junkie or nothing. And even then, would my doctor prescribe my medication without me going to see her? Like, I think the woman I went and saw must have thought that's what I wanted from her because she was not my regular doctor. But this bitch went up there and put her thumb in my shoulder. No, you saying that. I don't want to be. I don't want that. But because you want to fucking know something, I don't care for pharmaceuticals. What up, Renee? How you doing? A lot of people, go looking for the shit. I'm nowhere to lie. I'm afraid of drugs, uh, especially man-made drugs. And I'm good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, she put me in pain. I that's like when I had my gallbladder surgery. No word to lie. I was so fucked up to where I was like, I don't need no pills. Right, Miss Boosie? And I kid you not, when I got my gallbladder surgery, they prescribed me something like, I guess, 25 Percocets or something like that. No, what I was going to do, I'm not going to smoke the joint because you smoke a joint, the joint got THC, then they label you as a junkie as well. And but CBD is legal everywhere in the United States now. So what I was gonna go do was I was gonna go to the CBD shop, see what they had to offer, and buy something. Because I went to Time Thumb and they had the CBD cream or whatever. Them bitches want an arm and a motherfucking leg. It was like a tube. It was a little bit bigger than what a hydrocortisone was. And them motherfuckers wanted $40 for the shit. And right, I want the CBD, not the THC. And because like he was like, man, you can go to any gas station and get that shit. I said, you kidding me? He was like, no, no. But if you best bet, go to a Shell. They got it for real, for sure. And I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. They sell THC everywhere. I mean, CBD shit everywhere. So when he told me that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go to a gas station. But every time I go to a gas station, it don't dawn on me to look at this CBD shit. And so that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because my son finally brought me some gummies because he's always in the gas station. And it wasn't the type I wanted. So I told him, man, go take your shit and go get high. Because I clearly told you I don't want that. And that's the I'm gonna have to just go ahead on and look. But where we go to the store at up there, not too far from my doctor's office, they have like a whole big CBD shop and shit. So I wanted to check them out. Keisha. Oh wow. 700 students with COVID at one school. Wow. That's a lot of students. Considering that the high school I went to was a little bit over, what, let me see, about maybe 1,500 students. That's like half the school. So, y'all been watching the Olympics? Forgive me. They're not big as they used to be when we were growing up. But some people still watch the Olympics. And sorry to say, but Canada sucks ass. And I was watching it, and like I was telling my sons, even back in the day, it had always been Russia, US, and China. Those were the top three, always. Yeah, it ain't no problem with you loving your country, but they ain't getting no medals like that. They ain't 33 million people and they can't get a fast runner. Boy, that's Sidney McCullough, that little broad there. That's what I do. When I get woke up out my sleep late at night, I watch the Olympics. And I don't know, Dwayne. And when I get woke up out my sleep, that's what I do. And sometimes it be me, Keisha, and Curtis up in there watching the fucking Olympics.
Oh, I do that.
But the first night that I woke up, men's swimming was on. Kurt, Dwayne, shut up. And I felt like that was boring enough for me to go back to sleep. I think, you could keep them, even though Celine has awesome pipes. She comes to the U.S. often enough. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's under the blue. I don't know what that means, but you're the only one named Dwayne.
YCH. Oh, okay. I got it.
And Ms. Boosie, are you trying to say that China's saying that the U.S. is giving us COVID-19 in the vaccination? I'm trying to, yeah. Well, like I was saying, I got woke up out of my sleep and I started watching men swimming. But ironically, it was the night that I want to say his name is Drexler or Dressel, came in and he qualified for the men's swimming. But I watched Mohammed, what her name, Dalia. What Canadian girl won? I've seen a lot. Look, okay, she may have, but Canada ain't getting no medals like that. Canada, and when I'm talking about, the United States had 41 medals and Canada had 17. But at least y'all showed up. That was nice of y'all. To at least show up and at least compete. The numbers don't matter if you got the talent. Because if you got the talent, but then I don't think Canada is in all the categories that the U.S. are in. Then they had the little boy from Texas who was in the BMX thing. He fucked up, got a concussion, and he's gonna be in the hospital for a few weeks. Little boy from Tyler, from not Tyler, from Plano. Yeah, that's true. But he fucked it up. And he went down and he only took out 2 people with him. Curtis was like, oh God, he couldn't even fuck up good. I was like, wow. Because he was in the lead. He was in second place and his tire hit the person in front of him and he did a stunt. And he went down. I don't think the United States love Canada like that. Yeah, I could say we cousins. We're on the same continent. Because your drugs are cheap. Everywhere, north of us and south of us, you can get cheap drugs. That just don't make no damn sense. How the fuck can you fuck it up in the middle? Yes, they play. Because when us poor Americans heard that everybody get free medical care in Canada, we was up in arms about that shit. We was mad like a motherfucker. Bitch, we're a bigger and better country. How the fuck we can't get free medical care? Yeah, we was mad like a motherfucker about that shit. Mm. Well, that's the story they telling. The poor pay high taxes here too and don't have shit. Look, they did not too long ago, back in 2009, I think it's Jeff Bezos was only worth $1 billion. Now he's worth something like 31 billion. How the fuck your money keep going up, but poor people money keep going down? %13 every time you eat in a restaurant. Well, you see, that's the fucked up shit about the United States. They let the states pick their own shit. There are some states that is high like that, but Texas, let me think. You know what? Next time I get paid, I'm gonna look at my check stub. But I think I'm in 22% too when I get paid. And if you want to buy sweets in the state of Texas, that's a 12% tax. Yeah, I believe so. And even though our food tax is only 4%, well, no, I don't think we pay taxes on food anymore. But if you buy cold drinks, yeah, Obama brought it in and fucked it up. But then again, I can't necessarily say he fucked it up. It's Biden who fixing it. because once this situation we got going on all over the world happened, I could afford the Affordable Care Act then. And but it didn't cover none of my medications. Right. It didn't cover none of my medications. It matter of fact, I started having to pay, I think, $45 a month for my medication. And I'm already struggling. And now I have to pay $45 for this shit. And a lot of my shit that I needed was not covered. So if I could get it, I still had to pay. Right. And I still had to pay for my allergy medication, which I'm glad I looked up and found it at Dollar Tree, but I've never took them. So I don't know if they work or not. And my other medicine was $25. So the 45 plus 25, which is 70, plus my medical supplies, which I already was buying on my own, which can run me anywhere to from $30 every other month or so. So we're going to say about $15 a month, because I have to pay for my nebulizer tubing, for my nebulizer, and they suggest you change that tubing every 10 uses. So every time, once I go through 2 packs, I have to change that. And those things is like $2 a pop. Then I had to change my tubing on my oxygen machine every other week. And those things run $5 a pop. So that's $10 there. And as far as for that was another $10. Then my test strips was $10. So I'm already up to $100 a month on spending for medical supplies. Right. And then once that insurance changed and I had to really come out of pocket for all the rest of that stuff, I was like, wow. And these bitches thought they did something for me when I was on a program that I was getting it for free. This is just bullshit. And I still wasn't getting medicine that I needed. Like, I take this stuff called Spiriva. That wasn't covered no more. I take Advil. That wasn't covered no more. And I was like, wow. So once I got on the Affordable Care, the healthcare.gov shit that I needed was no longer available to me. So that was not convenient for me at all. Right. And as far as those medicines that I mentioned, you can't get that on discount nowhere. Like, and they really fucking cost. Right, highway robbery. And no, it costs more than that in the United States. It's more than $75 a month in the United States. And then just the regular plain albuterol inhaler is $25. And to get the albuterol solution that goes in the nebulizer, I was paying out of the $45, that's what was costing me the most. And I was like, wow. Right. Wow. I think those, when I was paying for that was $17, $18 for the albuterol solution. And I was like, this shit here, something gotta fucking give. And it took me almost a whole year for them people to fucking hear what the fuck I was saying and drop me from their insurance. Right, Miss Boosie? Right. When I take the Spiriva, I feel good. I don't normally want to take nothing else. But my doctor keep fucking shoving, I believe it's what's the fucking purple inhaler? It's the purple inhaler. You know, it always be on them commercials. Whenever I take that, I don't feel good. And I tell her that. But the motherfucker keep pushing it down. Oh, well, maybe it's the way that you're taking it. I'm going to go ahead on and we're going to change the way that it's delivered to you. And maybe that'll be better for you. And I'm like, right, when I was taking the Spiriva, I felt real good. And so she put me on the purple shit. And like I told her, Kurt, hey, come here. You know them 2 boxes I gave you the other day? Go get that purple inhaler. No, it's not Flomax. It's always on a commercial. They got a commercial, and that bitch always, I think she called it Atrovent. Yeah, that's it. Advir. And like I told her, when I go to, yeah, this is 2 different medicines. It's fluconazole and salmeterol or some shit. And like I tell her, every time I take this fucking Advir, I feel bad. And why you keep shoving that shit down my throat? And all I could say is somebody's paying her. All I could see is somebody's paying her to administer this shit. Because now this, I got 11 refills on this shit though. But I keep telling her this shit makes me feel bad. I don't use it. She get mad with me. But before I wasn't able to get Spiriva no more, my breathing had improved because I had been on it for a couple of months. Right, Miss Boosie? And I've been stopped taking it. If I knew what this was, I'd have left it right there. And as far as that go, because that affects my breathing. I don't know. It's like she did change the way, because before it was in that purple disc, and that's how I used to take it. But I had been taking that Spiriva for about a month, 2 months, and my breathing did improve. And that's what she was telling me. And then COVID hit. Wait, no. Then the dumb bitch fucking changed my insurance and I couldn't get it. It took me literally months of fighting with this insurance company for them to fucking drop me. But if I wouldn't have fucking went through the steps that I went through, and I went through, no, fuck that. You're not doing this right. Give me a supervisor. No, you're not doing this right. Give me a supervisor. No, give me the fraud department. If I wouldn't have went through those steps, I would still be covered by them motherfuckers right now today. And this man frauded dozens of fucking people. But you're not going to see about him on the news, though, because he's tied into the healthcare.gov. And they don't want it to be said that there's flaws in their program other than Trump. And I think this man did that shit because it was pandemic time. You know, jobs were being affected. And he just wanted to keep working or keep making money or however the shit go. And he was just frauding people. Because how the hell are you going to give me insurance and keep it going and you don't know nothing about me? I told that woman, okay, go on your computer. You know my name. You know my date of birth. Right, Joseph. You know my name. You know my date of birth. You know my address. But guess what, bitch? That's all information you can find out about me online. Oh, I did it on my own. I had to go all the way to the United States government, but I did it on my own. Because they had fucked me off. And like I said, I had to go to it's not Homeland Security. It was the Federal Trade Commission. And that's how I started getting answers about this insurance, and they dropped me. Because I was like, why would I get this? Y'all people don't even know half. The fucking rep did not even know half of the medication I was telling him. He was like, oh, well, that's not in the system. So once he told me that about on 2 medicines, I was like, well, bitch, why would I get your insurance? You don't cover none of my medicine. And then you're only covering it at 40%. That ain't enough to make me want this. Or if I get generics, I only have to pay $10. Well, bitch, I could go somewhere else and pay $4 on generics if I really have to. Why would I pick your fucking insurance? You know, it just don't make no fucking sense. And then something else that I don't like about this medicine is on the fucking instruction from the pharmacy and the doctor. Take 1 puff twice a day. Bitch, if I'm telling you 1 puff fucking me off, you expect me to take 2? Bitch, you crazy. And then it say, make sure to rinse your mouth after every use. What's going on with that shit? So, it just don't make no sense to use nothing that make me feel bad. So that's why I don't use that. Man, a medical advocate. I will have to look for one of them. But it took me, I'm going to tell you how long it took me. Because it took me over a year. This motherfucker had his shit set up so smooth to where when they would send me shit out, he was the one intercepting it. Like, he'll let me get all my mail and shit, but he had access to the account. So when they would send me a notice in the account, hey, you haven't sent me in the information that we need to really complete your insurance, he would be like, oh, he'll write them letters and tell them, oh, I'm looking for it, or I need more time. And that kept it going. And finally, after I called them people and complained enough, they looked into it and they stopped it. But how you gonna give me insurance and you don't even know my social security number? I never gave you my social security number. Then this insurance with the government, and y'all doing shit fucked up over there. I've had a lot of shit, hurdles and shit since this pandemic has started. And I plan to keep on jumping them motherfuckers. Well, I'm about to go to bed, y'all, because it's 1:25 in Central Time Zone. Right, Miss Boosie, they are. That's just like Curtis went to the doctor. He does not have COVID, but he has some kind of infection. Now, they diagnosed this shit. And when I say his mucus is nasty and green, like, they should have gave him something. They gave him nothing. They just sent him fucking home. Right. Yes. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous night. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Stay blessed. Fuck what these people say. Vaccinated, not vaccinated, wear your mask. Still do your social distancing. I do. And stay safe, be blessed. And y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming. Have a good one. Good night, Renee, Miss Boosie, Joseph, and Vibing with ENT. Have a good one. Yeah, be safe out there. Good night.